5 canceled Marvel movies that would have hit a jackpot in the box office that would have went on to possibly make billions of dollars. Now, there have been a lot of Marvel movies that just never ended up hitting the big screen because of, well, we don't know. We're never going to know 100% of the truth on why these movies never ended up making it to the big screen. And some of us really hope to see these movies, but unfortunately, they never ended up happening. And we're going to be looking at the top 5 canceled Marvel movies that would have made billions of dollars, possibly. I took the liberty of looking at this list, and I kind of agree with some of it and I kind of disagree with some of it, but I wanted to share with you guys and know your opinions as well, so make sure you leave a comment down below. But without further ado, let's get straight into this top 5 canceled Marvel movie list. Alright, 5 canceled Marvel movies that would have hit a jackpot in the box office. So we're already gonna, we knew we were gonna see his face on here. But Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider? What? Now let's start with number 5 on the list, the Sinister Six. The Sinister Six, a group of Spider-Man's scariest enemies, were alluded to in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and Sony wanted to further introduce them into their universe. First of all, with a standalone movie. However, as Andrew Garfield's second movie failed, these plans were canceled and Sinister Six never even entered production. And this villain-centered film was not the only victim. Yep, we all seen the ending of Amazing Spider-Man 2, and hey, at the time, nobody really appreciated the film, nobody really liked it like that. Critics gave their strong opinions on it, and the audience gave their strong opinions on it as well, which is why Andrew Garfield ended up no longer wearing the mask and it moved on into Tom Holland. Do I truly think that this would have made $1 billion on the box office, that this would have just been a very big success? I'm gonna say no. For the time period that it would have came out, it would have came out at a different time period where basically people didn't really like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man like that at the time. Now, if this came out after, Spider-Man No Way Home, of course it's gonna make $1 billion, but it's canceled for a reason, and I don't think a lot of people would have liked the film based off of the performance of his second movie. Oh, and to follow it up right after that, hitting the number 4 spot is The Amazing Spider-Man 3. Believe it or not, another movie that got canceled due to The Amazing Spider-Man 2's box office failure was the 3rd installment of the same franchise. It wasn't just about the results of the previous film too. Admittedly, Marvel also didn't want Sony to continue the ownership of its rights for Spider-Man, so the deal was called off, along with Andrew Garfield's 3rd entry. Damn. So not only was the box office a failure, Marvel just said, hey man, we don't want Sony having, full ownership of Spider-Man, bro. Like, we're not going to continue with Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. So not only did he get snubbed from, having his Sinister Six movie, but he also got snubbed for his Amazing Spider-Man 3 movie. Again, I'm going to have to disagree and say that this wouldn't have been a box office success, honestly, because of the time period that it's supposed to come out. We're not saying that, or at least this list isn't really saying that if it came out right now, if these 5 canceled Marvel movies came out right now, then yes, the Sinister Six would be absolutely amazing because everyone's begging to see Andrew Garfield again. They're begging to see Tobey Maguire as well. The Amazing Spider-Man 3, obviously if it comes out right now, of course it's going to be a success right now. But if it comes out in the time period where he is actively Spider-Man, right, and he's coming off of his Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie, this would not be successful. It wouldn't be a successful movie. All right, it's not gonna hit a jackpot in the box office. I'm disagreeing with number 4. Number 3 on the list, we have X-Men Origins Magneto. Okay. While Wolverine ended up being the only character who had his own X-Men Origins movie, this series was supposed to cover way more than just him. Magneto, the famous supervillain, was next on the line, and the creators had an amazing backstory lined up to explain his reasoning, but as we know, X-Men Origins both started and ended with Wolverine. Honestly, because the X-Men Origins Wolverine movie was absolutely crap, alright? And we all can agree that it was absolutely crap. They had their X-Force, thing. They, you know, messed up Deadpool, and even Ryan Reynolds himself is still poking fun at, you know, them doing that. Just overall, the X-Men Origins Wolverine story wasn't the best movie. All right, maybe they could have bounced back with the Magneto movie because they had an amazing story lined up, and I feel like they would have learned from their mistakes. But we ended up getting, you know, a Magneto origin story kind of because of, you know, X-Men First Class and Apocalypse, Days of Futures Past, and stuff like that. So I don't really think we needed an X-Men Origins Magneto movie because we had movies come out after that to explain it. Now, if the X-Men Origins Magneto movie came out, then would we have gotten, you know, the X-Men First Class, Days of Futures Past, and stuff like that? If all these X-Men Origins movies started coming out, maybe we wouldn't have gotten the ones with James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender. I would say I'm going to disagree with number 3. I'm just going to disagree with number 3 because I feel like, you know, with what we've gotten right now, with, you know, James McAvoy playing Professor X and Michael Fassbender playing Magneto, I feel like they did a really good job, you know, explaining their stories over the course of multiple movies rather than just us getting one big Magneto movie. Number 2 on the list is Silver and Black. Following the iconic Spider-Man female villains Black Cat and Silver Sable, Silver and Black actually started development back in 2017, but not a year passed before the movie was called off, citing script issues. Another hit for poor Sony's Spider-Man universe. This movie could have been a sensation, but died early on its puny production hell. Damn. A Silver and Black movie. Black Cat and Silver Sable. I mean, we haven't really gotten Black Cat at all in any of our live action Spider-Man movies. We've gotten it in animated movies, we've gotten it in video games, but we haven't really gotten a Black Cat movie. And introducing Silver Sable as well. I just don't think this would hit in the box office. I don't think so. Like, nobody's begging for a Black Cat movie. You know, nobody's begging for a Silver Sable movie. Nobody's, I don't know, man. This list is not good. I'm just gonna have to agree. Nobody's begging for this, so even if it comes out, it's not gonna, you know, hit that much in the box office. The only reason people would even show up is because they're Spider-Man characters and they want to see Spider-Man in it. But overall, I don't think it'll be a jackpot in the box office. I'm gonna disagree with the second movie on this list. Now, finally, to wrap this up, let's go into the final movie, the number 1 on the list, and that is Ghost Rider 3. Wow. I won't give my opinion yet, but you should probably know at this point. One of Nicolas Cage's most iconic performances, the Ghost Rider movies are something of a staple of the 2000s, but after the first 2 films successfully came out, the third one got stalled. Despite Marvel regaining the rights for Ghost Rider in 2013 and the original movie's director claiming they were ready to get to work, the third installment never even entered production. I will say that I enjoy watching, you know, the Ghost Rider movies. I didn't really like Spirit of Vengeance like that. I like the first Ghost Rider. You know, it holds a special place in my heart. I even bought the video game when Blockbuster used to be around. You know, some of you watching that probably just heard of Blockbuster and never walked in it. Some of you know about Blockbuster. I rented that game. That game was super amazing. But let's talk about the movie. Is it going to be successful? It's gonna sound weird, but I think it would be successful, right? I feel like they would turn it around, and, you know, if it came out with a third movie, I feel like it would have been successful at the box office. All right, I feel like they could have just bounced back and did better on this third movie after having the second movie just be not so good. At least in my opinion, I didn't think Spirit of Vengeance was really that good. I thought the first movie was better, but I don't think the first movie was amazing. So I'm going to agree that Ghost Rider 3 would be a jackpot in the box office. All right, out of all the 5 movies that I have said, I agree with Ghost Rider 3. If it were to come out, that it would be a jackpot in the box office. Because let's say it's coming off of, you know, 2011. All right, because that was the second movie, I think. Let me double check. Let's do our homework. Ghost Rider 2 came out in 2011. All right, and Ghost Rider 3, it said Despite Marvel regaining the rights for Ghost Rider in 2013 and the original movies. Okay, so in 2013, it may have came out in 2014, kinda, and you know, this is during the time where everybody's really enjoying Marvel. So having a Ghost Rider movie come out, yeah, it would have been successful. It would have been successful. I agree. I agree with Ghost Rider 3. That pretty much wraps it up. 1 out of the 5 that I agree with. And hey, leave a comment down below of how many that you agree with. Do you agree with any of it? Do you agree with one of it? Do you agree with none of it? I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you made it all the way to the end, leave a like because that helps out so much. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and stay tuned for the next video. This video is brought to you by CPR Ninjas. If you live in the Central Florida area, then this is a place for you to get CPR certified. At CPR Ninjas, their passion is to provide you with knowledge and skills needed to perform high quality CPR with accuracy and precision. Javon and Lysandra Washington have been working in the healthcare industry since the mid 1990s and share 35 plus years combined in healthcare.
Javon and Lysandra are both registered nurses with diverse backgrounds, which include home care, hospital care, acute care, wound care, hospice care, pediatrics, research, and higher learning education. Together, they share a passion to reach the community, provide education that will save lives, and improve quality of life. As American Health Association instructors, they also share the same vision with the AHA to building a healthier tomorrow.
If you want to get started on a course today, go ahead and email Javon at cprninjas.com, or if you want to call, it's 813-603-6898.